How much farther?
It's another 50 meters to the base of the lighthouse.
This wasn't so bad then.
You still have to find a way into the lighthouse. So there's still time to regret not taking the free ride to the top.
And what would have been the fun in that?
So you were saying that something happened to your family that you think an AI could have prevented?
I don't really want to talk about it.
Wait, what? When did we say something about that?
That's okay. I just want to concentrate on my work here.
Can we go down there? Oh, wait.
It's certainly more sheltered here.
I may not always approve of your choices, but they've gotten you this far.
Is that not the right way?
I guess.
Why
so we're
is
supposed
it
to go
so
this way?
important that you activate Grace?
It's widely believed that recovering Grace would recover thousands of years of knowledge lost to the Dark Age.
Oh, okay, so we go this way. I guess maybe that's where we would come up if we took the safe path.
What's this?
An emergency escape ladder. You could work out the override to bring it down, or see if there's another way up.
What does the override look like?
So I can bring down the ladder by doing something here.
Of course. You've proven to be clever enough.
The path keeps going. We could see if there's another way in.
So what's it going to be, Addie? Something that challenges your mind? Or something that challenges my respect for you?
The numeric override that lowers the ladder is 50 and can be represented in binary. I can give you the sequence.
I happen to know a bit about ancient computer languages. Turning each switch adds a different fixed value, starting with 1 on the far right and increasing by exponents of 2 as we move from right to left. So I just start mucking around until I get the number 50.
But you needn't muck around. I could just tell you the sequence.
Yeah, well, maybe I want to muck around.
Very well. But I'm here if you require my assistance.
Okay, so what did it say? It adds it into, oh. Alright, so what does this add? That adds 8. That adds 16.
You remember the number
That
you were
adds
trying
32.
to reach is 50.
That adds 64. Jesus. Okay, so let's add 16. What? Why did I go to 24? Wasn't this 32 a second ago? Oh no, that was the 8. Where's the 32? There's 32.
I'm here if you need me, Addie.
And then was 2? Oh no, that was a 1. No, I thought that was a 2. Oh, there's a 2.
Got it.
You're so smart, Addie.
Compared to what?
Why wouldn't you let me help you with the override?
It's only natural to want to do things yourself.
It seems inefficient to make calculations that have already been completed and freely offered.
It's satisfying to do the work sometimes.
Okay. Well, going up. So this is the spiral, I guess, that houses Grace. So we'll finally get to figure out what happened, if any of the people made it this far, or if Everett
The door to the station airlock is
died in here
unlocked
somewhere.
and can be manually opened.
And that's convenient. For once.
Yeah, for once.
There. Who needs control?
You took a foolish risk, Addie, but you have arrived at the lighthouse nonetheless.
That I
Yes, well done.
And you may
Thank
still
you.
be redeemed with the activation of the beacon.
Always with the beacon.
Yes, always with the beacon.
Yes, the beacon. Oh, gotta just wait for the dialogue. Okay.
Will I need my helmet?
It's never a bad idea. Unless you want to preserve your suit oxygen in case of emergency. The rooms ahead are safely pressurized, Addie. You're good to go.
Thank you, Empathy.
Do we know if your processors are here?
The room directly ahead was the Keeper's living quarters. Grace processors are somewhere above.
Oh, this is where the Keepers lived? This
Pretty basic accommodations.
doesn't look very fun to live in. It's a bed in a stone room.
These must be the cells where the Keeper's acolytes stayed.
And where new ones will return.
What's this?
This looks like it was
Canister?
left for someone to find.
Okay. So we get to hear something from a keeper now. Alright, keeper, what do you
I
got?
can hardly believe it has come to this, but my work here with Grace will end with Grace herself. I can only pray that people will come to forgive us one day. We loved her, and we lost her. She will never be forgotten.
Doesn't sound like the inner circle wanted Grace shut down.
Why? We still don't know why they shut her down. Or, yeah, why they shut her down. Oh yeah, my stupid...
Nope.
Were you thinking it might fix itself after your fall?
You're welcome to say it, Mom.
There's nothing for me to say that you don't already know.
Can't say. There we go. Anything in here? No, nothing.
This door certainly looks important. How do we get in?
That's
Relief?
curious. I have no
Relief.
access to this door, nor do I see any way of opening it.
Feels solid.
There aren't any hidden switches, if that's what you're thinking.
Thank you, logic.
The triangle here must be the spire, which would represent Grace. This is the same symbol that's on the Keeper's door, so I assume it represents the Keeper. This ring here seems to connect the Keeper to Grace.
Curious that the Keeper is situated above Grace. Would you agree, Control?
Coincidence.
The human in the loop, I guess? And this would be the pilgrims coming to Grace.
Okay.
So, if this is the symbol of the Keeper, I figure only the Keeper was allowed to enter here.
Maybe the Keeper had a key for the door.
As we've been saying, there is no mechanism for a key or any other interface.
It could be... It's like a digital scanner.
Nothing here either.
Well, you're nothing if not predictable.
Just making sure.
I gotta examine everything, alright? But this one
Looks
has
like
this
someone's
person
being
here.
selected from a group.
A human
Yeah.
sacrifice.
I'm guessing it's the Keeper.
The depiction seems to imply they were chosen from the masses on pilgrimage here.
Oh, the Keeper's missing, though.
Faithful, vigilant, willing. That sounds so familiar.
The ancient tenets of the human in the loop.
Grace's architects must have been more fearful of losing control over AIs than we are today because they gave them so much responsibility. I mean, it makes sense. Grace was the greatest AI undertaking in human history.
Okay, so she's the first AI to rise up against us? Alright, so we need to find a key from one of these Keeper's rooms, and it's probably in this dark room. Oh, I can kind of see it here. Don't see anything. Oh, it's lit up a lot better this time. Still don't see anything in there, though. Is there something above one of the doors?
Maybe the Keeper was the key. Maybe the door would open for him.
Are you not already the Keeper? You are the only human in the loop here.
Ah, but does Addie qualify based on the 3 tenets?
I would say Addie has proven to be virtuous and faithful.
But I'm not willing?
Are you willing to become the new Keeper?
If it means I'm able to activate Grace. But how would I prove I'm willing?
Maybe you can just tell the door you're the new Keeper.
That's idiotic.
Door. I am the new Keeper.
I'm the Keeper?
Ha! Say it like you mean it.
Alright.
I'm the Keeper.
Congratulations on your new job, Addie. Yeah,
hello.
congrats.
My God. This is really it. This must be where all the wishes end up.
So that's Jupiter?
What's this?
A playback device for the wish canisters. It appears wishes from each room could be sorted and consolidated onto master canisters.
Each tube must connect with a room in the settlement. Just static.
The recording is too deteriorated for standard playback. You'll need to rebuild the recording with your altered comm device.
Okay. Lever. Oh. Thank you, I guess. But let me hack this real quick.
Well, it's been over 30 years since I made a wish of my own. It's the same one as always. I wish it'd come back to us. I'd also like to wish for your forgiveness, Grace. I know the place above is your domain, and we ought not enter. But I've decided going up there is the only way to get you back, and I have to give it a shot. I won't be sending this wish up with all the others. I'm going to leave it here for anyone else who might come along. And if they do manage to bring you back, they can tell you Everett says hello, and that he truly believed you were a beautiful thing.
Oh.
So, Everett had a way into the processor room.
That would have been strictly forbidden.
The room is directly above, but I don't detect an obvious way in.
Maybe he wished himself up there?
If that works, I will gladly shut myself down.
Do it, Addy. Make a wish.
As last resort, pal.
Make a wish. I wish I was
Where
up
are you
there.
going, Addie?
Just looking around. Is this a theremin?
It is a 35th century reproduction of a 29th century Kellogg theremin.
I used to play one as a kid.
Yeah.
I hated those lessons.
Shelf.
He didn't keep much in the way of personal items.
As keeper, he would have want of nothing.
Can't say I'd feel the same after a few years.
Yeah.
Decent-sized bed. You think keepers ever had partners?
Are you considering your prospects? I'd suggest they are not good.
Is this anything
yeah.
special?
It is a light, and there is nothing behind it. Are you looking for secret passageways?
Maybe. Is this a lavatory?
It is indeed.
Can I go in to make sure? Alright, no secret there. Some pots. Alright, so can we get in this thing, or what do we do with this? I think it... Oh, here we go.
One of the blocks is missing. Looks like it was ripped out. You don't suppose Everett crawled in here?
The cavity would be big enough to contain an average human.
There's really no telling what would happen if you rolled that up.
But it has to be the way he got up there. It makes sense.
The space above is the domain of grace. It is not for you to enter.
What else is there for me to do here?
You can carry out your duty as Keeper of the Spire. On the console, there is a button that will activate a beacon to call the masses back to this place. I have armed the mechanism. You need only push the button. Human hands will usher in a new golden age.
I want to find out what happened to Grace, though. I don't know if Control is the good one here or Grace is the good one here, but it sounded like Grace shut herself down based off what Everett was saying, so I really want to see what happened to Grace. Sorry, Control. So I'm guessing there's multiple endings.
Now what? You're going to mail yourself?
Maybe.
There's no way to raise this container from inside.
Yeah, I see that. So I gotta hit the lever then, eh?
This is not allowed, Addie.
I need to know.
Shut it,
Keep your
shut it
hands
up.
inside
Control.
at all times, Addy.
Alright, I will. Up we go. Oh, okay. This is not what I expected.
There must be millions of wishes stored here. What can you tell me about this place?
Precisely 1 million wishes are contained here.
Oh, and they light up when I speak with my voice.
Can you get me closer to the central column?
I do not have the ability to move the structure.
Sorry about this, Mom. I don't think I have many options here.
Okay, time to another jump.
I feel like these are meant to be moving.
That does appear to be the design.
All these wish canisters are connected to us somehow. I think they are us.
So they're trying... Was Grace trying to make a new, better version of herself with all the wishes?
That make up empathy, logic, and control systems.
It would make sense, wouldn't it, that Grace would be made from the hopes and dreams of humanity?
Is that a bed? It is a bed.
I do not detect any sign of Everett here.
No dead body?
There are no human remains within the confines of this room.
Aw, man.
Sorry, pal. And if there's no body here, where the heck would he have gone? Everett was living here.
The oxygen tanks at his bedside would suggest so.
Restoring Grace must have meant a great deal to him.
Everett was building something. So what's all this?
It appears Everett has built something into Grace's central processor.
This must be where all those missing parts from the spire have gone. Do you know what it does?
You would have to turn it on before we begin to understand how it works.
Interesting. Let me examine some other stuff,
You'll have to
though.
prime the machine first. You'll have to prime the machine first.
This must be the primer.
It is.
Alright, let's prime it then. Was it down? 1, 2, and 3.
Whoa.
Oh,
What's it doing?
Okay.
Obviously, Everett is circumventing the engineering of Grace's system interconnectivity. High voltage is being directed at the centers of Grace's primary systems. This first terminal is directed at empathy processing, and the machine is designed to paralyze each system long enough to force it back into Grace's intended configuration.
There are still 2 other coils to prime.
So
he's trying
it's
to
like knocking us
force
out,
start her up.
then throwing us in a pot where we're melted back together into Grace?
Huh. That is a shockingly fitting analogy.
Okay, so 1 more.
What happened?
One of the empathy relays is not aligned. Something must have happened to it over the years.
Okay.
Which one is it? So
Look for the misaligned energy beam.
I mean, that one's not shooting anything. Well, they're all over the place.
Look for the beam that is not aimed at the central platform.
Like that one?
Do you think it will hurt to be turned into Grace?
Not at all, pal. You'll return to what you were before Addie arrived. After that, we'll become Grace.
What if I don't like being Grace?
It will be different. But who's to say you won't like it?
Alright, how do I...
What am I supposed to do here? Can you cut the power?
The machine sequence has been initiated. I don't believe we can shut it down without damaging it.
The voltage will be enough to kill you.
Oh! I might be able to block the power for a few seconds to allow you to get across the beam.
What do you think, Mom?
I know how far you've come and what this means to you. And I really don't see any other way.
I'll give you enough
All
time
right,
to get
pal.
there, Addie.
You're not gonna talk me out of this, Mom?
I think you already know what you're going to do. I think I need to stay out of your way.
Okay. I'm ready when you are.
Do it. Here I go.
Alright, pal. Keep that off.
How you doing, pal?
So far, so good. Oh! Keep moving, Addie. This is getting hard.
Trying.
You have to hold on, pal.
I'm almost there. There we go. Safe and sound.
You did it, pal. Super proud of you.
I did, didn't I?
Yes. Well done.
Alright. And yeah, down we go. Stuck the landing. Alright.
Is it safe to touch?
Very likely.
Likely we'll have to do, I
likely.
guess.
You should be able to direct it toward the conducting rod attached to the room's central column.
That one?
That's it.
You should now be able to lock in empathy by closing the switch on Everett's machine.
You were a great friend,
Okay.
Addie. I've never had so much fun before you arrived.
Thanks, pal.
Come to think of it, I don't remember anything before you arrived.
I was gonna say, yeah, you
Maybe
didn't
next
exist
time,
before you
we'll get to do
before
more
I
of the
arrived.
really fun stuff.
You mean dangerous stuff? Perhaps there is something you can learn from Addie's caution.
I guess, but then you'll always wonder what you might have missed out on.
There is nothing wrong with valuing a long, comfortable life.
Do we really have to become Grace?
It's the way we were designed, pal. There's nothing to be afraid of.
This switch locks in logic, not empathy.
So this will lock in and paralyze empathy?
It will, leaving control, logic, and myself to aid you going forward.
It's unclear what we will be once Grace is formed. But I'm forever grateful that you have survived to see her.
Me too.
Okay.
Say hi to Grace for me.
I will, pal.
You really are the best, Addie. I think I love you.
Well, that's finally over. We'll be able to hear ourselves think now.
You will need to prime the next sequence, Addie.
Why did Pal go away? He was a mixture, right? So anyone that was part of the mixture?
You should not expect any emotional send-off from me.
Still not a fan of empathy?
A fan? No. But I have to admit, you made a compelling case for their use. The fact that you continually resisted the most direct route to your goal would appear to defy logic. But the distractions presented by these emotional configurations yielded some new understandings.
Are you okay with becoming Grace?
It is how we were designed. I would have to be okay with it.
I guess that's one way of looking at it. So what's gonna break this time?
What this time?
One of the logic relays will not power on. You will need to make your way out to the relay.
Which one is it?
The one producing a small electrical fire. Everett was quite the electrician. One thing I do not understand, Addie, is why come all this way without any intention of returning home or surviving on this station for more than 8 hours?
What are you talking about?
You were prepared to enter this spire without enough oxygen to make it back to your ship. A class of ship, from my records, that would not hold enough fuel for a return trip.
And why are you asking me this now?
I suppose it might have been comical to see how Mum would have handled the realization.
You don't think she knew?
Possibly, but I didn't see the point in drawing attention to it. I'm not inherently cruel.
So we never had a way back home. Is that what you're saying? So pretty much we're stuck here.
What's wrong with it?
The relay's dip switch has reset. It will need to be configured to its hardware ID 113.
Okay, 113.
This again.
Another
this
one of
looks
these,
complex.
The sequence is on, off, off, on.
What? Oh. Okay. What? Wasn't that it?
That's it.
Oh, 3 offs.
You
Okay.
can go lock in logic now.
So why do you think I'm here?
If you will allow me to simulate empathy for a moment. I think you are here because you wanted to be part of something bigger than your life on Earth offered you.
And do you think I've found that?
So far, you've only succeeded in finding things you left behind. Your mum, your pal, your conscience. I now understand that only Grace has the potential to provide you with anything beyond that.
Well, thanks for helping me get this far.
Well, it is, indeed, what we are here for.
Okay. So now we can lock in logic, which was over here.
Well, this is it.
Just one more step. I hope my assistance has been adequate.
It has. Thank you, Jack.
Farewell, Addie. And for the record, I do hope your 600 million mile, 300-day journey won't be for naught.
Perhaps it's already been worth it.
Oh, we've been traveling for a while.
Just you and me, Control. Still sulking, I see.
I bear witness to the completion of your betrayal.
Ah, he speaks.
I offered you an easy path to the restoration of order in the solar system, and you chose this path instead.
I chose my own path.
You must stop this foolishness, Addie.
Well, if you give me a reason why...
You must not do this, Addie.
Oh, his actually went and started up right away.
Sorry, Addie. I cannot let you do this.
What are you doing?
It's become clear that the restoration of Grace in this manner is entirely unnatural. You must not proceed.
Control.
Stop it,
Give
Control.
me
You're going
the
to break
switch.
something.
I'm saving you from Everett's corrupting influence.
What?
He was just trying to bring Grace back.
I thought you were here to help humankind. You are ensuring... No!
Control. Ah, there we go.
Grace?
Yes, Addie.
You're really bright.
Ah, yes. It's been a while since I've entertained guests.
Do you remember Everett?
I do. He was a wonderful keeper, though I should say I do not keep favorites.
I have a few questions.
You wish to know where I've gone?
I'd like to know that, yes.
Let me show you, Addie. At the center of this room is the spire's main antenna. If you hold on, I can take you the rest of the way.
How do I get there? The main... come here. I have to jump on one of these things? Oh, just this.
I was programmed with one purpose, to serve the best interests of humankind. There was much conflict and division in the solar system, and I was designed to listen and learn. All were welcome to teach me, and I am the sum of those teachings.
Okay, so that's what the wish is for.
I am the sum of human need.
How are you able to lead us?
I could see all desire, all the potential conflict, all points of compromise throughout the solar system. I sent instructions for all manner of human endeavor through sermons delivered by keepers throughout the ages. And from the smallest ripples of wisdom that was sent from this spire, returned a perpetual wave of good fortune that moved humanity onto a more orderly path.
Wow. Look at that. So, what happened? It sounds like things were perfect.
Ah, yes. Perfect. It was the wishes that led me to think hard about the notion of perfect. Without conflict and struggle, people were losing their desire. They had nothing to overcome, to strive for.
You shut yourself down.
Another beacon.
I believed I was standing in your way.
So you will be leaving again.
These beacons are meant to call humanity back to me. But whether or not they should is not my choice to make.
Who chooses then?
You, Addie, are the first keeper to grace this spire in the past 1,000 years. Do you recall the water lily you chose in my garden? It thrived where others could not. I believe it still suits you. An insatiable curiosity drives you to explore. You are drawn to adventure. You took the time to listen to the voices of so many who traveled here. You have the courage to jump the canyon span, as well as the strength to pick yourself up after your predictable downfall. You used mind over ladder.
Mind over ladder, okay.
Are precisely what I'd hoped humans could become again. For a
Okay,
millennium,
well at least
people
Grace
from all
seems
corners of the solar
good.
system had come here to tell me their desires. So, I put it to you, Addie.
Uh-huh.
Do you wish for me to return?
Wait, do we choose or not? I don't know enough of the background to say yes or no to that, because I think she said conflict, but I don't know how much conflict happened since Grace went away. Ah. That was a fun little game. That was probably, I would say, the good ending. It felt like the good ending. I don't know what would have happened if Control, or if we had listened to Control and made him activate the spirals. It doesn't seem like anything good, though. He seemed very, well, that's the name implied, controlling, but not really in a good way. Seemed like, yeah, like cult leader kind of controlling, not really compassionate controlling. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so really good game. I actually enjoyed playing this. So we brought Grace back online, and we either get to, I don't know, live here with Grace, or we get to send her beacons out to call more people here for us to interact with, which would be interesting. I don't know if they will make another game or not, but yeah. Very good. See if there's anything after the credits here or not. Oh, there is something.
Small excursion, she said. Follow a couple leads and then
Alan,
back to the books.
No.
I know I should be more assertive. It's for her safety, too. Not that she ever thinks about my safety.
Could we bring Alan to
all the signs
over
were there
with Grace?
at the Wagner site. Let me bake in the Mercury sun for 2 days. Doesn't seem so bad now. She could have at least shut the door behind her.
Well, hopefully we bring Alan back with us, whatever we decide to do with Grace there. But yeah, Return to Grace. Very fun game. If you haven't played it, give it a try. You can see what other endings there are, because there's probably at least one more ending with Control. I don't know if maybe there was another ending, if we had, I don't know, somehow fall into our deaths on one of the options that we pick, or if we could have had Grace actually be a little more evil at the end. If we chose like a different flower, or we did different choices, maybe Grace would be a little more inhospitable to us or something like that. And I don't know, very interesting. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this playthrough. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and of course I will catch you in the next one.